Hello. Good evening, everyone. It's me, Dane. I am craving. So I know I just mentioned that smoothie, but I'm craving like 100%. Bananas are like the most overpowering flavor of all time. But what I'm craving is a stack of chocolate chip pancakes with whipped cream and sugar, like powdered sugar, and syrup, and strawberry sauce, and a root beer float. I'm craving all of that. I want to shove all of that in my mouth. Mimi, I just gave you so much attention. You want more attention? You can come over here. You don't have to yell at me. You were hanging out with me on my lap literally like 2 seconds ago. You can still hang out. Anyway, there's better be whey protein pancakes with some high cacao dark chocolate for the gains. Yeah, who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him that I am craving, yeah, I'm craving some sugar. So yesterday, I actually hit a pretty cool goal of mine, that I had finally managed to do after a very long time. Took me a couple hours of grinding. But if you can see that is Fa Zero soloed. It was very, very close. Like very, very close. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. Mimi, you want to jump up here? Yeah, get up here. Yeah, sounds very gross. For those protein pancakes. I think that the only thing that I can't tell a difference between with regards to like healthy versus non-healthy versions is frozen waffles. Like frozen protein waffles, genuinely, they all just taste like cardboard to me. And the crazy thing is, I actually like them. I like the card, but that's like one of my guilty pleasures. I have a couple of guilty pleasures in my life. Number one, Pop-Tarts. I think the Pop-Tarts are just, in general, fucking good. I think they're just really, really good. Number two, Dunkin' Donuts French Cruller. The Dunkin' Donuts French Cruller, very, very good. Number three, frozen waffles. Frozen waffles are pretty dang good. I've been very, like, I just enjoy them, you know, I just enjoy them. Potato waffles sounds very starchy, very starchy. But yeah, this was the comp. Main character carried really hard. Healthier, interesting. I know that, so raw potatoes are very healthy for you. And I don't know what happens when you boil them that makes them not healthy for you, but I know that like raw potatoes are like really, really, really good for you. But maybe I'm making that up. Oh, it's just what I've heard. Mimi, hi. You want to jump up here? Okay, she just wants to yell at me. What's happening, brothers and sisters? Hi, Doc. Oh, Doc, you're here. You're actually one of the only people that can appreciate this. Check it. Check it. That's me, baby. That's me. Also, yeah, we're not playing Xenoblade. I'm probably not gonna play Xenoblade on stream. That's probably gonna be a just me thing. We'll see, but I'm probably not gonna play that on stream. I'm probably just gonna keep that as my own. Yeah. I mean, frankly, it's just too long of a game to stream. I know that I mentioned this before when you were talking about like wanting to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Tony, but like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a really good game. Don't get me wrong. It's like really, really, really good. I think that my first casual playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was like 130 hours. Like, the game's really, really long. Yeah. If I'm playing the game 2 hours a stream, it'll take me a really long time. Quick maths. What would that be? That would be like 24 weeks, roughly. Like 24 to 30 weeks of just Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's like a lot. Memes, come up here. Exactly. Those days on the weekend when I'm just like really bored and don't want to do anything, I'll just play Xenoblade. I'll just play Xenoblade. And yes, Doc, to answer your question, that is a Fa Zero solo. Took me quite a long time to get it. I grinded it really, really, really hard, but I am pretty proud of it. Definitely could be a better comp. So the crazy thing about this is I don't actually have my 250 Opus for Earth. My only 250 Opus is Light. I'm pretty sure that the Light solo is easier, and I do have the setup for it, right? It's just Echo Key. It's just Echo Key Fighter Origin with charge bar gain up, so that you're not minus 100, you're minus 66. And then you just Fighter Origin with, you know, the Sacred Trio, Cosmos Horus, Funfun 150, all of which I have. Maybe I'll try that one out. It'll probably be a hell of a lot easier than this, but felt pretty cool to do it on Earth, you know? Felt pretty cool to do it on Earth. Definitely a very RNG heavy run, and probably could be solved by Summer Luo, of who I do not have, but yeah, that had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, as I was going through progging this, it took me like in total like 6 hours roughly of like constantly resetting. In progging this, I was like, this game's like really cool, like really, really cool, you know? Thank you very much for the congratulations. Like, genuinely, as I was going through this, I was like reminded of why I played Granblue in the first place, and like now it's done into whatever, like it is what it is sort of deal. But like it felt good to do the thing that I liked doing in this game. Also, if I had Versusia, it would just fall over. If I pulled Versusia in the 750 pulls, then like there wouldn't have been any RNG. It would have been super easy. But I didn't, so it was. But yeah. I don't know what more to say about it than that, but it was cool. I had a lot of fun with that. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, so the reason we got on the topic of potatoes was, I was talking about food. So I guess I'll just restart from the beginning. I saw a recipe online for a smoothie, and the ingredients for the smoothie were cabbage, broccoli, spinach, honey, and water. And that's it. And when you say it out loud, that sounds really gross, like really disgusting, right? But when they were drinking it, it looked really good. It looked really good and really good for you. So I'm probably going to add things to kind of cut through how gross that is. Like I'll probably add green apples and I'll probably add grapes of like some capacity. You know, I mean, it's more fiber anyway, but it adds some sugar to it. But yeah, that sounds really, I don't know. I thought that was great. And then, because I was talking about that, I was like, you know what I'm really craving is a stack of really buttery chocolate chip pancakes with powdered sugar and whipped cream and strawberry sauce and syrup. And I want to shove that all down my throat, and then I want to wash it down with a root beer float. Not that I've been eating like super healthily recently. I ordered a pizza the other day. However, I have been like eating less in general. And I guess I'd want like some of it to be healthy, I suppose. I've been kind of craving green. Here's a big thing. When I lived in Richmond, there used to be salad bars. There are not salad bars in Austin, Minnesota. And so if I am like heavily craving vegetables, I have to put it all together myself. And I don't think that you quite understand how much effort goes into making a salad not dog shit. Like, salads are really fucking good, but they're also the most prep intensive food of all time. Like, making dressing that isn't just oil is a lot of ingredients and a lot of mixing. Any of the like pre-cooked toppings and or cheeses require shaving and cooking and prepping and then slicing into bite-sized pieces, you know? Also, I like hella ingredients in my salads. Like I like grilled corn and like pickled onions and bullshit in my salads. And that's all more effort as well. So I'm like really craving a salad, but if my salad is tomatoes and lettuce and store-bought dressing, I'm gonna kill myself. And you guys will never hear from me ever again. So we're kind of at an impasse, I suppose. We're at an impasse, I suppose. Anyway, I'm sorry for the lazy snake. Not my laziest, but certainly not my best snake. No, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. It's crazy because I'm pretty sure that's edited, right? That meme, like that's not even what he said. I need to look it up. No, don't kill yourself meme. Original. Yeah, isn't it the damn just found out about racism? That shit sucks. I swear that's what he said. I'm like 99% certain the original is him saying, just found out about racism. Damn, that shit sucks. Which is really fun. I'm not gonna like, that's infinitely more funny than the don't kill yourself that you're so sexy. That's so funny. That's so funny. But yeah. Yeah. Anyhow, happy Monday. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Regardless, happy Monday to everyone. Schedule for today and probably for the rest of the week is to do endgame stuff in Expedition 33. I grinded quite heavily over the weekend, specifically yesterday. Yesterday I grinded a lot. Like a lot. I guess Saturday I grinded quite a bit too. I guess I just kind of grinded a lot over the weekend. Anyway. I'm saying anyway a lot because I don't know what to say because I feel like I've forgotten how to stream, which tends to happen when I don't stream for a week. I streamed on Tuesday, right? Tuesday of last week? So it has been 6 days. I said I was gonna take a break Wednesday, come back Thursday, Friday. I did not. Oh, wait. I don't think I talked about work at all. Is it a good idea to talk about work on stream? Are they gonna fire me? Surely not, right? Surely not, right? Can I just vent really quickly about work? Is anyone gonna be mad if I vent about work? So, pretty much since the start of my time, so let me preface really quickly before I sound like I'm just being a negative Nancy. I was extremely fortunate to receive the job that I received. 0 experience, 0 internship, not the best grades either coming out of school. I mean, it was like I had good grades, but not like insanely good grades, right? Not enough grades to make up for the fact that I had no experience. Extremely competitive field, right? Fortune 500 company. They're providing me with a salary that allows me to live on my own in a place of the world that I wanted to be in, supporting myself very luxuriously. Like, they have taken extremely good care of me for what I was as a candidate coming in. Now, I've worked with the company now for 2 and some years, two years and change, right? And if I haven't mentioned it, they denied my flexible work arrangement. So I can't be a remote worker, which is whatever, that's fine. However, they pretty much told me, Dane, you're never going to get that. Like, you're going to have to live in Austin and come into the Austin office for as long as you are working with this company. Which was a little disheartening to hear that, but to some extent, I can at least a little bit understand it. Now, at a baseline, the reason that I'm a little upset with that is that courtesy has been extended to people of similar experience and roles to my own. And it's not that I'm like, well, if I had to come into the office, everyone does. It's more so, I would just like that courtesy to be extended to me, because I feel like I've kind of shown myself, right? Well, even within my department, yes, you are right, but even within my department, there are a lot of people in similar roles to me, if not identical roles to me, who have been extended that courtesy. One of them started after me actually and was hired as in the same role as me, same experience level as me, was hired as a work from home, flexible work arrangement employee. So I didn't bring that up because I'm not a tattletale, right? I don't want anyone to lose their thing. And I know that the second I say something, it's gonna ruin it for everyone, right? I'm never gonna be the guy that's like, well, they get to do it, why don't I get to do it, you know? However, on Wednesday, a coworker of mine announced that he is buying a home up in Wilmar, and that he will be working remotely. If you don't know where Wilmar is, it is a suburb of the Twin Cities, essentially. It is very far from Austin, Minnesota. And for me to be told that, and then right after they say, sorry, we're really pushing this initiative to ensure that everyone's in the office, you know, we're still recovering from like getting people out of that COVID mindset. We really want everyone to come back in the office. For that to happen right afterwards definitely made me feel a little like, do they just not like me? Like, just in the back of my head, it was a like, damn, like I'm just being mistreated, you know? Like it's really just me. Because so many other people have been granted this opportunity that's not me. Then I started thinking about stuff, right? And I started thinking about stuff, and I've been kind of mistreated the entire time that I've been with the company. If you don't know, my first start with the company, all new hires, exactly, I'm about to get into that. All new hires with no experience were put into a rotational program, which if you don't know what that is, some other corporations do it. It's not a new thing to Hormel. Like, it's not like Hormel invented this shit. Basically, the way it was told to me by executives, my first day was, we don't want to pigeonhole you into one specific role and just tell you, you do this for the rest of your life, right? We want you to be able to build skills and understand where you fit in best to, where your skill set plays into. And then at the end of all of your rotations, we'll sit down, we'll have a conversation about what you want to do, what we feel like is best for the company, and then you'll get to make a decision from there. They said that. They said you will get to make a decision from there. Dane Luckman, not to dox myself, but you guys know my government by now, like, Dane Luckman will get to choose by the end of the rotation. Now, let's keep this in mind. All of the previous rotations before me have all been a year long, but everyone else was 3 rotations for 4 months, 4 months each. I was 4 rotations for 3 months each. That might not seem like a big difference, but holy fuck is it massive. First off, cutting off 1 month per rotation is insane. I genuinely feel like I did not develop any notable skills from the rotational program outside of networking, because all it was a month of introductory period, a month of, and we'll get into this, work, and then a month of transitioning into the next one, right? And meanwhile, everyone else had that, 2.5 months of work section, which is a long time for 3 rotations. And also, at the end of everyone's rotation, they definitely, they were put into a spot that was indicative of their prior case, right? Like everyone went back into some form of their rotation. So for me, I was in supply chain data engineering, and then I was on data products and solutions, which is like dashboarding essentially. And then I was on operational reporting, which was like the human capital management, human resources side of reporting. And then I was on data science, and data science was the one that I knew I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do it. That one, from the beginning, I was like, data science is what I want to do. It's essentially what I went to school for. It's the one where I felt like when I was actually in it, I was doing real work that was meaningful. And at the very end of my rotation, I said, hey, listen, we've done all the rotations. I was told that this is kind of like the way that things work, but I'd really like to have this conversation. But just as a precursor to it, I'm telling you right now, I really like data science. That's the one that I want to be in. And my manager at the time was not the person to make the decision at all, but came back to me the next day and said, sorry, but none of your rotations are looking to expand headcount right now. We are going to put you into sales and marketing / food service retail data engineering. None of my rotations, not one. I was put under a new manager that I had never worked with before, in a team that I had never worked with before, with no transferable skills from any of the other rotations since then. Let's back up for a second. Let me talk about the rest of the rotational program. Everyone else that has gone through the rotational program has done really meaningful work, because at the end of every rotational program, there were 4 people who did it before me, 1 person that went after on Thursday, like a week ago Thursday, like 5 days ago Thursday, right? That is causing me to think about all of this and reflect on all of this. We'll get to that in a second, but everyone's rotations did very meaningful work. Everyone in their presentation outline, and it could just be that they're better at presenting than me, but let's be honest, I am way fucking better at talking and presenting than most IT guys, right? So let's discount that idea for just 1 second. And all of the work that they were doing was such good, like, internal resume padding, essentially. Like, the type of work that gets you a promotion, the type of work that, like, is an insane opportunity for you to get because you can really showcase that you, like, can make a difference within the company, right? On top of the fact that every time someone did their rotation, they were immediately rewarded with a promotion into a quote unquote permanent role. When you start out, you are an associate data analyst, and then you are promoted into a data analyst, right? No longer associate rank, right? Everyone's presentations on top of that are filled to the brim with everyone that you like could have possibly worked with, executive leadership, the VP of IT was there for everyone's, except for mine. Everyone's presentations ranged in the audience roughly anywhere between, I want to say like 40 to 60 people, right? Mine was 11, 4 of which were my managers. You know how they only had 3 managers. One person is a small difference between 11 and 60, but I'm fucking counting. VP didn't show up, you know? My manager's manager showed up, and then a couple of my coworkers showed up, right? And that was it. And I was scrounging for scraps because the type of work that I was doing was every single rotation, no one was ready for me. It felt like I was literally just doing odd jobs. No one was managing me in any capacity. It was like, oh shit, I have to get something for Dane to do, especially in operational reporting, That was the time of my life. Operational reporting is the time of my life that I think that I was genuinely the most depressed. That was, if I haven't told this story before, there was a time in the first year that I was working when I drove up to the casino fully ready to spend every last dollar in my bank account and then drive into a tree at 100 miles an hour. Genuinely. I went to the casino, I won for 3 hours straight and then went home. Literally, like, in my head I was like, it's a fucking sign. Like, genuinely, it's a fucking sign, right? And so, that all being said, right? I'm sitting here having been genuinely mistreated for so long, and all of it became so apparent because last Thursday as well, we had a new round of interns come in from the summer, right? And one of them just completed his rotational program. Great guy. I am not trying to put him down in any way. He's extremely capable, extremely intelligent, really charismatic, genuinely a great human being. He deserves every bit of good fortune that is coming his way. But filled to the brim, VP was there, VP associates were there, every director was there, you know, had the type of work he was doing was a higher level than the type of work that I'm doing, and I have 2 years experience over him, right? And then at the end of the presentation, he was awarded his promotion. He was awarded his promotion. Meanwhile, I was forgotten about in my promotion. I was literally forgotten about. I had to ask, hey, everyone else was given this promotion. I don't mean to like beg, but is this coming my way as well? I gave my presentation in early January. I got my promotion in early April. As a result, I spent 4 months less in my new role, despite doing the same role's worth of work the entire time. And then I was told just now, sorry, there's an initiative to keep everyone in the office. And yet half of my coworkers work from home, and they just gave another person another opportunity to work from home. Like, did they just not like me? Did I do something wrong? Like, and so it's been that's the main reason that I didn't stream. I wasn't planning on streaming Wednesday, but that's the reason I didn't stream Thursday and Friday. And yeah, you're probably right. Literally everything is nepotism. But it like really hit me really hard. Because even like a month ago, I would have told you, I'm planning on staying with this company until they fire me, right? But now it seems like they pretty much told me, we want you to stay in a junior role, living in a single bedroom apartment in Austin, Minnesota for the rest of your life. And despite all of the generosity that they've shown me, that does not give them the right to treat me like that. And so that's been a really hard pill to swallow. I've been not depressed, but it's been something that's eating away at me for quite a while. And yeah, sorry, I keep on saying it's generosity. Like, they definitely kind of cashed out on me. I've done really fucking good. Yeah, I've done really fucking good work for them. Like, I'm genuinely I'm doing really good work for them. It's not generosity. I'm getting paid less than what I deserve. But yeah. Do you remember what I told you last year? I don't remember what you're referring to at this point. Yeah. And it wasn't that I was banking on this like corporate loyalty bootlicking sort of deal. It was just that like I genuinely enjoyed the work that I was doing, the people I was working with, and the company I was working for. So I didn't feel loyalty. It was that I felt like complacent. I felt happy with what I was doing and thought, yeah, exactly. I thought that there was going to be a future here. And instead I pretty much was told, go fuck yourself. And that hurt. That like it kind of just, it felt like my plan was kind of ruined. I guess that's where the frustration comes from. That I kind of felt like I had it all set, and turns out I didn't. So shrug my shoulders. It was a little rough. It was a little rough. But yeah, that's the end of my rant, more or less. I don't know if I have like more. Yeah, and you see, that's the thing. I kind of felt like I did. I definitely played a more nice role than I normally play. I always played a very social, very nice role with everyone. And I always brought a very solid energy that made people enjoy being around. It's literally the one thing that's been in every single review I've done with leadership or peers otherwise. Everyone's like, Dane, you bring such an amazing energy that it's like genuinely such a pleasure to work with you. Like, everyone loves being on a team with you, working with you. You've bridged gaps that were previously uncrossable. We had an issue with our sales team. I literally had directors of sales coming to me directly because they refused to work with any of the other DE team because there was just like so much bad blood, and I bridged that. And like I have tried so hard, right? And on Thursday, I wasn't being spiteful. I wasn't being rude or mean or spiteful, right? And so Thursday, I felt it wash over me after that meeting, after that presentation from one of my coworkers that finished his presentation, right? In Friday morning, I was my normal self, you know? Not excited, not overly jubilant or joyous. I was just my normal self. And people were like, Dane, are you okay? Like, you seem like something's wrong. And I was like, nothing's wrong. Like, I'm fine. I'm not tired. I'm fine, right? I'm perfectly good. Because I'm not going to say shit to them, right? But I'm also like, I'm kind of done trying like that, in that way. Like, I'm fine. I'll be polite. I'll be cordial. I'm going to bust my ass to do my job perfectly well because I don't want shit like Dane's lazy and quit to follow me outside in the corporate world. But yeah, yes. And listen, in an exit interview, I will bring it all up, and I'll bring it all up politely. But in an exit interview, I will bring it all up. You know, I didn't feel like the opportunities that the company presented were aligning with my own goals, blah, 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 corporate speak, right? But I'm kind of done trying to explicitly kiss ass, right? Because I kind of felt like, it was important to be a people person if you wanted to get into leadership. And that's always been my goal, right? I wanted to be good at my job so that I could then go into leadership. And now it just seems super evident that that's just not an avenue that's available to me. And if it's not, then bye-bye. No, they would have to give me an absurd amount of money and the freedom to live where I want to live. It would have to be both. I don't think that I could take either or. The crazy thing is, now, if we want to talk into personal life stuff, Bill Luckman, yeah, for sure, 100%. Bill Luckman, my father, for those of you who know him, those of you who do not, he heard a little bit about the situation, and offered that I come work for him. I do not have any more details than that. Like, you guys now know as much about the job offer as I do. I am wondering if I should inquire more about this. Because there is a very real chance that that's like a $250,000 a year salary working for family. And listen, my dad's a psycho, but I know that I am undoubtedly the heir to the throne. And man, it might be nice to benefit from nepotism for once in my life. So, I've also started looking at stuff on LinkedIn and Indeed, but that's where I'm at right now. That is where I am at right now. So, yeah, I need to update my resume and my profile now that I have so much more experience with stuff. I know a lot more of the systems and skill sets to kind of put there. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing it though. I think the cool thing is that I'm kind of open to work anywhere. Like, literally anywhere. And that's the crazy thing, that like, I am happy, right? Genuinely, I know that like a couple weeks ago, I was pretty depressed, for a number of reasons, but yeah, right now I am happy, but I am scared about my future, which is not super great. Fulfilled is a good way of putting it, but I have like a genuine fear attached to living my life And I know I'm still young, and like I know that some people laugh at that, saying 25 is young. But like I am fearful for what the future holds for where I go in my life. You know, I'm still single after all this time, and albeit I'm not super looking, but I'm still single after a very long time. The job that I have is kind of isolated me to Austin, Minnesota. Exactly. And that's something that I've brought up like offhand. Not like, like I always preface it when I'm talking with my boss in like a non-professional capacity where I'm like, listen, like, can we talk like not as two Hormel employees, you my boss and me your employee, but like as two people? Like, I'm 25 years old, single in Austin. Do you want me to date the 45-year-old married moms? Because that's or do you want me to date the 15-year-old daughters to the 45-year-old married moms? Those are the options, Michael. Like what do you want me to do? What would you be more comfortable with me doing? Like, what would you want me to like partake in adultery, or would you want me to be a pedophile? Like, anyway, have you seen what's up there on Tinder? Everything on Tinder is like 80 miles away, quote unquote. Like, I'm not exaggerating that those are the options in Austin, Minnesota. Everyone, this is a company town. If you're here, it's because your parents are here, or it's because you work here. So if everyone here already has a family, or is retired, or is a child, that's it. This is not a place for a 25-year-old single guy. So when I say, yo, I really, really like this company, please let me continue working for you, but in a way that lets me like have a life, and they tell me no, that's kind of crazy. No? Like, that's kind of insane. Right. I mean, that's all just a personal problem, right? It's just bitching. Why can't you just do your job? Well, no, companies do want their employees having lives. They just don't care about it. Because if you have a life, right? Yeah, if you have a life, then you're locked down. If you have a wife and kids that are depending on you, then you need to have that job to take care of them, right? I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, that's my rant about everything. Point is, I'm trying, and I appreciate the kind words, everyone. Locke, it means a lot to me that you want me to be fulfilled. I also would like to be fulfilled. And I'm not sticking to just data, like I'll apply to everything. But yeah. Yeah. I'm just kind of scared about what the future holds, you know? Everything's so uncertain. It's scary. It's really scary. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just go live with my mom again, right? Not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. Really hoping that it never comes to that. Yeah. To be fair, well, and this wasn't entirely your fault. Honestly, it wasn't your fault, period. I was just in a really rough spot in my life. But when I was living with you, I was really depressed as well. But honestly, pales in comparison to how depressed I was living with my mom. Those last, like, oh God, how long was it? It had to have only been like 4 months, right? It was like from finals week until I moved out with my mom, I was really depressed. And then those like 5 months with my mom was really bad. And like, she was making me depressed, but the thing that was like really bad was that I felt my relationship with my mom like weakening. Like really, really bad. Like I felt like years of hard work getting my mom and me to be on good terms to just like completely unravel. It was crazy. My relationship with my mother was yes, mother, no, mother, of course, mother. I wouldn't dream of disobeying you, mother, for months. I mean, it's in the past now. It's been 2 years. Yeah, there was a lot of really demeaning stuff about like how I am less of a person and like ruining my life by sitting there applying for jobs instead of like working minimum wage for 10 hours a day at the Home Depot stocking shelves. I was like, dude, dude, that's crazy. They didn't. I was so fed up that I applied to Kroger to bag groceries and stock shelves, and I applied to Home Depot. And they literally told me, sorry, like, we're not hiring at this time. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Point is, I'm not scared of surviving, which is a luxury. But, and I've always said that I'd love to do food service. If I was born 10 years earlier, my great uncle, my grandmother's brother, Uncle Fred, had 4 restaurants and was a very accomplished chef. I actually inherited some of his knives when he died. He died 4 years ago. I inherited a couple of his knives because they were all my grandmother could take. She didn't like know what to take and what not to take. And if I was born 10 years earlier, I think I probably would have just worked for him instead of my current avenue in life. But I was not born 10 years earlier. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But I did use his fish knife for the salmon that I made the other. Did I ever show that on stream? Hold on a sec. So look at this. This is beetroot cured salmon that I made. So I put it in this mulch, essentially. I blended up beetroot and orange peel, and then salt and sugar, obviously, which is typical curing seasoning. But the beetroot and the orange was pretty cool. Those are salmon fillets under there. And then this is it like drying out to like turn into something a little bit more palatable and not like wet and soggy. And when you cut into it, it's got like this really cool color grade. Super cool, right? Super, super, super cool. And when I'm doing cooking like this, right? And this is like a kind of Japanese French fusion cooking, right? You wouldn't typically use beets in like salmon sashimi like this. And this is able to be eaten raw because it's been cured, but I did like pan fry it for kind of like a rare sort of fish, just to get like ahi tuna. Ahi tuna is blue, right? I cooked it like ahi tuna, essentially. Man, it was so fucking good. I made this with a buttermilk dressing. Think like ranch, but without a mayo base. So it's like thin, like dressing, but all the flavors of ranch, but in a vinaigrette. Oh, dude, genuinely, like, holy fuck, it was so good. Like, oh my God, it was so damn good. So damn good. And yeah, I'd imagine the food business is like really, really popping in Richmond. There's a lot of people, but yeah, when I'm doing cooking that like I feel it, like I feel the artistry of like flavor and technique and science and like expression and color theory and like everything, like, dude, it's just, I'm in my element. And to be fair, that's not the only time that I'm doing that. I have other passions, right? Cooking could just be a hobby for me and I don't need to do it, but like, man, if I could just cook all the time, if I could just cook and eat and cook and eat and cook and eat 24/7, I would. It's everything to me, man. It's everything. I love cooking. That was, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was talking about wanting to be a VTuber, this was before Onigiri kind of popped. I don't think that Onigiri even does cooking content anymore. I'm pretty sure she just like walks around all the time now. But back when Onigiri was starting out as a VTuber, she was predominantly like a cooking show. Like, it was just her VTuber model, like, up top, and then hand cam her cooking. Dude, if I could have been just cooking and talking and content creation and just do that forever, man, she literally won at life. She literally won at life. Like, that's my dream. That's my dream. I wish I could do that. I'd do it 7 days a week. Wouldn't ask for a single day off. I'd be so fulfilled. But, unfortunately, dreams are for sleeping, so. Alrighty. That's pretty much all the topics I had for discussion. I know it's been an hour. These do tend to be my better streams. When I'm just kind of talking about life for the entire time. It is good to get it out. Every time I do one of these, I'm very happy that I did it. Every time I do one of these, I'm very happy that I did it. Yeah. Well, my ads are scheduled to play in 15 seconds. So I'm going to get some water and run ads, and then we can play Expedition 33. I'll do the dragon, and then I'll probably turn off stream. We'll see how long the dragon takes. But yeah, I'll be right back. Any subscribers or ad blockers in the chat? We have 2 minutes left on ads, but I know that some people can hear me. What's up, memes? I'd be glad to be a part of them when they happen, and when I'm here to experience them, keeping it real and respectful, and there's obviously learning, empathy, and shit like that from these moments. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Doc cannot hear me. Wait, you only had 5 seconds? Wait, that's actually kind of crazy. Because they force me to run 3.5 minutes of ads when I click these. Well, Doc, just know you are one of the OGs. And the only person in here that has known me longer than you is Nick, actually. Right? Let me check viewer list really quickly. Yeah. It's Nick, Amy, Locke, Will, Doc, and then 2 people who aren't on, what's it called? Who aren't on an account. So probably my mom in there. But yeah. Hi, memes. I am very happy that I've had your acquaintance and friendship for these past 10 years? Has it been 10 years? Because I started Granblue in 2015, right? That was when Rooster came out? Was that Year of the Chicken? And I became pretty quickly acquainted with you. You were like my first crew. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously we haven't been like on the entire time, but yeah, I guess it's been like a decade. But I've known Nick since 2010? 2010, I think? I don't know if you can see this. It's so funny to me. When my computer notifies me that it's cold in Minnesota, they're like, hey, in case you didn't know, it's cold outside. No shit. All right. I turned that shit off. I should probably turn it off. Let's turn on E33. So I'm 99 on everyone now. Right? I mean, whenever 6th grade was, I don't fucking know. So I've done pretty much all of the side content outside of the quote-unquote endgame things. I thought that the casino was kind of funny. So I got the Minoko casino outfit. Do you fight the train in Frozen Heart? Yes? But he like fell over. Unless the train is like a secret thing. Alright, where is Dragon? But yeah, I just did this bald mime. No, just the boss of the, then yes, I did. And he like fell over. Where is Snake? Am I blind? Oh, there you go.
Hang on tight.
Yeah, I think about stuff like that. I definitely think there are good experiences, good new experiences. But, what level you go to? I'm 99s across the board. I grinded a lot yesterday. Okay. Oh, that's gonna explode. Fuck me. He steals your AP. Interesting. Interesting. Hi, Mimi. Hi, pretty girl. What was I saying? Oh, with regards to like good experiences in gaming. Oh, is this the one that gives you more AP per AP? I do have first strike, but I didn't, what's it called? I didn't equip it. Damn, I was early on that. Ooh! Damn, I fucking murked him. Should I turn on what's it called? Should I double his HP? I turned it off when I was grinding. He's not gonna fall over, is he? Okay, maybe not. Maybe it was just the counter did like a shit ton of damage. What did I want to do here? Yeah, I have all of the augmented counters equipped. Increase damage at each should I just start getting Lampmaster? Because it is going to put me in Almighty. I guess we'll just start with this. Start it going. So I can't Pyrolace first. So I guess I'll just Burning Canvas until Ultras. Oh, he's stunned. I might just kill him. Oh, he can still attack. Oh, fuck. Early. Early. Alright, well that counts. Wait, really? I bought them all from the same guy. Oh my god. Yeah, he is. I feel like it's gonna die. Should I just auto attack it a couple of times and get its HP up? Because I feel like it's genuinely about to die. If I do another Burning Canvas into Swift Stride, I think it just. Okay, let's just auto attack with CL instead of breaking the game so we can see another attack. Yeah. Oh, same thing. Oh, never mind. Oh, fuck. Oh. Well, I guess it's not that easy. But yeah, I think we should go double his HP. Oh, he's not that big of a deal anyway? Okay. Is there any, like, is there a particular attack that you want me to see from him, or is, like, this pretty much it? That moves at 4.
Finesse and grace.
Out of topic, but Armored Core Master of Arena, but it's Sailor Moon. Wait, what? Interesting. Wait, how do I not have enough AP for that? What happened?
I'm ready.
Well, I guess I can fire release now, just outside of it. Which is fine.
Ready. That's lucky. Look out!
Is it the lasers? Damn. Okay, well, we res,
Not leaving
and then
you
we can go into virtuous.
A bit of violence, yes.
So I'm 1 off of already now.
My, what lovely feet.
Lovely feet.
ready.
We're overdue for some mayhem.
Let's just Sakapata. Oh, he's resistant to fire. Okay, Sakapata. Does he explode off of that?
Okay.
Yup. Big. Damn, that's the way to do it. That beats his ass. Let's fix my rotation.
Time to hit big.
Oh, well, he's dead.
Anga.
Almost certainly, right? Yeah, I do this. Auto attack.
A bit of violence, yes.
I get powerful on everyone. Then now I can Fortune's Fury. And then Intervention.
To shine. Anga.
And then surely I'm supposed to use Gommage here, right? Yep. See ya. Aeon. Alright, not too bad.
We killed this damn snake. What a lovely fight.
What a lovely
That's payback
fight.
for eating me so many times.
The idea that, oh, that gives you a perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay, so next up that I wanted to do, and we'll go there and then we'll end stream because I'm kind of tired and it's late and I've been waking up really early for work because I'm like being a good and proper and prim guy, is we're going to go to Manor. Is it up here? Because that's where the Minoko weapon is. Is this it? Yes. And I will admit, I did a little bit of this because I didn't realize it was an endgame boss. I just looked up where like endgame area. I just looked up where the Minoko weapon was and saw that it was in here. So I did the mime and I did the gestural merchant and I picked up all of his things. But yeah, well, there's a flag here, isn't there? Or am I tripping? Yeah. So yeah, we'll take a rest. And we will continue. I only want to see you fight Simon, Clea, and the new ones anyway. Sounds good. Simon is the one in Renoir's drafts, right? At the very end. And based on context, I'd imagine Clea's in here. And then the new ones. And yeah, peace, Doc. Thanks for watching. And yeah, everyone else, I know that we only played Clair Obscur for like literally 5 seconds. But the new ones are next to Lumiere. Is that the Candy Island? I didn't go there because I assumed it was DLC. I was looking up some builds for characters because frankly, I just was not smart enough. I specifically for Lune and Verso, I feel like Mael's, I like the burn build a lot. Monoko, I just want to fucking click Sakapatata Fire. I have CL as a very just support oriented. I looked up some DPS CL stuff, and then I looked up the Verso and Lune stuff, and all of the stuff that I was seeing was the DLC completely breaks these things. Look at this really OP weapon, and it was made out of candy canes, and I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure that Candy Island is the DLC then. But yeah, anyway, we'll continue with an actual stream tomorrow. With Flying Manor, and yeah, and that's it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you just listening to me talk about my life and for coming to watch me every time I stream. It means a lot. And I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Bye bye.